Have you ever wished you had a crystal ball that would tell you what your customers want? Well, good news, it's called customer feedback, and I'm here to tell you all about it. Hi, I'm Ilya, the founder of Eleken, a product design agency for SaaS, and I've seen firsthand how powerful customer feedback can be. At Eleken, we used it many times to help SaaS companies develop products that people not only love, but actually need. Today, I wanted to share this knowledge with you. We'll be discussing why user feedback is crucial, how to gather it like pro, and most importantly, how to use it to your advantage. So, without further ado, let's dive into our first topic. Why is customer feedback important for business? We all know that putting positive user feedback on your website makes your company look more trustworthy. Many businesses do so, but is it the only benefit you can get from collecting customer reviews? Of course not. First of all, customer feedback shows areas for improvement. Sheer guessing for your gut feeling is not the reliable basis for making any business decisions. But gathering user feedback can help you decide which product area to optimize. Capturing users' thoughts about product helps you to track overall customer satisfaction. It also provides a clear understanding of what customers want in particular. For example, to resolve the onboarding issue, a high customer churn after free trial version, Groove, a SaaS customer service software, decided to add one question to their welcome email. Why did you sign up for Groove? Numerous answers for their potential customers not only guided the company on how to set a better onboarding experience, but also helped them to find out what product features customers expect to see in their software. The second point that proved the importance of gathering feedback is that it helps you improve customer retention. Customer retention is essential, especially for SaaS businesses, as it costs much less to retain existing customers than acquire new ones. In fact, according to research from Bain & Company, increasing customer retention rates by just 5% can increase profits by 25 to 29%. When you actively seek out and listen to feedback, you can identify pain points or areas where users are dissatisfied with their experience. By addressing these issues and making improvements to the user experience, you can improve customer satisfaction and loyalty, ultimately leading to higher retention rates. One more benefit of gathering user feedback is that it helps you to stay ahead of competitors. By listening to what customers are saying about your product, you can identify areas where you can make improvements to stay competitive in the market. For example, if you receive feedback that your product is lacking a certain feature that your rival offers, you can work to develop that feature and stay in pair with the competition. On the other hand, if you receive positive feedback about unique feature that your competitor doesn't offer, you can use that as a competitive advantage and promote that feature to potential customers. And the final point is that feedback makes users feel valuable. By taking the time to review your product, users are more likely to feel loyal to you and keep coming back. By leaving feedback and thus establishing a relationship with the company, customers feel they are part of the organization and you value their opinions. In a way, customers fulfill their public duty to other clients by giving them reliable information about their experience with your service. At the same time, they give you motivation to become better. Now that you established the importance of the user feedback, it's time to move to the practical knowledge and learn some effective methods on how to collect it. And the first one is surveys. It's one of the most commonly used methods for collecting feedback. You need to create a list of questions and send it to the customers via email, put it in app, or ask it through your customer support team. There are a lot of survey tools that simplify this process, like SurveyMonkey, SurveyKeen, or Google Forms. Still, designing a survey that is informative is quite challenging. After all, you need to make the person want to answer. For example, Slack shows you small intro before the survey that makes you feel valuable and state the exact amount of time user has to spend. Avoid asking broad questions that might be difficult for users to answer. Like Evernote makes their in-app polls short and straight to the point to keep users engaged. In case you want to get user feedback on a website or in an app, make sure the survey doesn't distract the users from whatever they were doing in your app. Customer I/O, an email automation tool, strategically places its NPS survey at the bottom of the screen. This way they don't interrupt users' experience in the middle of the task. Users can finish the job first and then provide their feedback in a non-intrusive manner. The next method of gathering user feedback is through live chats. It's fast and easy, as you actually don't have to ask or convince customers to do anything. Users start chatting with you when they need it. At the time they face some difficulty, have a question, or notice some changes in the product's work. Basically, when people chat with your support team, they tend to tell them everything that's on their mind. And the best part, you get your feedback right away. No waiting around emails or surveys. You can collect all the live chat data, review it, and extract meaningful insights about where your product or service might need some improvement. For example, if customers keep talking about the same problem over and over again, you know you need to take immediate action to solve it. To learn more details about user problems, it's better to directly talk to users. And here I mean good old user interviews. You can do them over the phone, via video chat, or even in person. But the key here is to have a real, honest conversation with your users. That way, you can get to the heart of the matter and understand the emotions and feelings that drive their decisions. I know it for sure because interviews help us gain deep insights into users' real needs when we were working on the redesign of our client's experience platform called Gradle. By talking to users, we discovered that they needed more tutorials on how to best use Gradle, which led us to design an intuitive product guide. We also found out that Gradle's users wanted customized features to provide their customers with a better experience. And that's how we decided to design customizable invoice templates. So when you have an open dialogue with your users, the feedback you get is top-notch. You'll learn things you never would have discovered with a simple survey. If you want to make the most out of these conversations, here are a few things to keep in mind. Use open-ended questions. How, why, what can you advise, and similar questions provide a clear understanding of the picture and help to identify product weak points. Start the conversation with broader questions about the brand, then work your way towards specific questions about the product. Don't just listen, actively engage with your users. Pay attention to what they're saying and reflect on their key points. There is where the magic happens. One more effective way to collect user feedback is usability testing. While surveys and live chats mostly help to identify minor issues that customers regularly face, usability testing can reveal problems that you and your users even don't know about. And this way, you show how to make the user experience better. Here's how it works. You choose users that represent the target audience of the product or service you want to test. Next, you design real-world scenarios in which users would interact with this product. During the testing, users should be encouraged to think aloud and provide feedback on their experience. This feedback can be used in the form of verbal comments, written notes, or even video recordings. And the last way of discovering your users' thoughts is social media platforms like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and others can be a great way to engage with users. You can monitor conversations related to your brand or product and respond to feedback in the real time. For example, you can create a dedicated hashtag for customers to use when posting about your product or service. One of the biggest advantages is that you'll be able to spot what products or features are the most popular among people. Or you can create polls or surveys directly on the social media. These polls can be targeted to specific audiences and can provide valuable insights into what your users want and need from your business. For example, here's a small poll that Oracle made on their Instagram page. Still, collecting user feedback alone has no use if you do nothing with it. Let's learn how to use it effectively. Here are 6 basic steps to make sure your whole process of collected feedback won't be in vain. Step 1. Identify the goals. Before collecting feedback, identify your goals. They should determine what you want to achieve with the feedback, such as improving product features, enhancing customer experience, or increasing customer loyalty. Depending on the goals and the nature of the business, choose the most effective feedback methods. This could include surveys, usability testing, social media monitoring, and more. Gather the written notes, recorded videos, emails, and other sources of data you use to collect the feedback. Highlight the key points and review it with the team to ensure everyone has shared understanding. Group data into clusters to analyze relationships and identify patterns. It's important to categorize feedback based on its impact on the business and prioritize the most critical issues. Look for insights by examining the data for new perspectives, affiliates, and relationships. Try to identify new patterns. It's time to act on the feedback. Use the insights gained from the user feedback to make improvements to your product. Communicate with your customers about the changes you are making and how they will benefit them. After it's done, follow up with your customers to ensure they are satisfied. The process of reviewing user feedback should be ongoing. Never stop gathering and analyzing feedback to ensure that your improvements are effective and to identify any additional issues that need to be addressed. Seems like it's time for my final recommendations on how to improve your business with the user feedback. Maybe such pieces of advice sound obvious, but companies often forget about them. Always thank your users for the feedback. Make sure you react to each review you received so that customers feel like you care. Track your customers' reviews. Offer a reward to encourage users to express their opinion. Never ignore negative feedback. Let each of your team members access user feedback. Let your users know about changes you've made based on their feedback. That's all for now. If you want to stay in the loop and get notified every time we release a new video, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you find this video helpful, please hit the like button. See you soon.